the DL. I'm Damo.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome to our podcast with producer Zoe. Are we gonna roll with that?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Perfect. So today, Luke, do you want to talk about this, what we're going to talk about today? What, the podcast you came up with for today?
No, I did not come up with this. What, struggling? The endless struggle.
The endless abyss. Thought we'd talk a little bit about life.
How good is life?
No, it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, let's just start it off straight away, mate. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I'll ask you first because I need to think. Don't really think about advice.
Actually, one time, my stepdad, he gave me the advice when I was learning how to drive. Producer Zoe also wants to let us know. Would you like to come and view, or are you purely off screen? Go ahead.
But it is that thing I saw on TikTok with the sauce. And he gets the sauce to the other end of your jar.
Oh, yes. Well, mine was my stepdad. When he, I just can't believe producer Zoe's up and about.
Yeah.
When I was learning how to drive, you know, I was pretty close to, I know a lot of Australians don't. I actually did all 120 of my hours. I actually did over. I was a bit confident. I was driving one hand on the steering wheel.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my advice quote that I want.
Yeah, fair, that's all good.
Can you just keep going and I'm listening?
Yes. Hopefully you guys are listening too. And he told me to drive properly to pass the test, and then once you do, drive however you want. And I just think you can apply that to a lot of things in life, you know? Like, just do what you need to do to get by, and then once you buy, you just do what needs to be done.
No, well, I'm watching rewatching The Office at the moment, and
Number one show.
This isn't my one that I want to say, but it's similar to what you're saying. Is that Jim and I'm having mind blanks with all their names. Jim and
He's also got all the characters up on his iPad at the moment, just like frantically trying to figure out what he wants to say.
Jim. Anyway, they're about to go into a sales meeting or whatever, and one of them says, like, do your best. It's like, well, did you really need to say that? Like, obviously,
I'm gonna try my best with everything. Yes,
or something like that. But I'm trying to find that's his name.
It's not Beets, Battlestar, Galactica.
I just am having mega mind blanks right now.
Fair, that's alright. He's googling Dwight quotes.
Nope. Yeah, so I don't get it. I don't get what I did wrong. And then Dwight says, not everything's a lesson, Ryan. Sometimes you just fail. It's not really the best advice, but it sometimes no, because you get in this mindset of thinking you're gonna learn something from everything, but sometimes you just fail. Like, that's just it, and you just move on to the next thing. Like,
you know what? I see on Instagram, TikTok, all your social medias, there's a lot of motivators out there and tell you that you're going to get something out of everything. Well, we're bucking that trend here. We're demotivators, and sometimes things just happen.
Well, the attachment to this quote is, why don't we talk about this quote often? It is truly something I live by.
Yes.
It is kind of good because instead of mellowing about what can I learn from this and that, you just move on.
Yeah, sometimes
you just fail at it.
Yeah, like, sometimes you try, it just doesn't happen. You don't have the skills for it.
You're not going to be good at everything. You're not going to be into everything. Like, you can try as many things as you want, but yeah, so many good quotes from The Office. Yes.
Here, if you are here on the DL podcast, we don't tell you to dream big. Just live in your means, and you'll be right.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
How often have you told yourself that ever?
Every day.
Okay, I didn't realise. I thought we were going to talk about life. We are now just Googling office quotes and just...
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. I'm trying to find ones that kind of relate. Continue on, and we'll get to some of these.
Okay, speaking of very morbid office quotes, how have you grown and evolved as a person in the last 5 years?
I've grown up, I guess. I don't know.
I was about to say, I haven't grown much taller, have you?
Gotten taller, gotten a bit fatter. I don't think I've got fatter, but I don't know. Just grown up as a person and moved out of home and all those kind of things. Living independently.
Working full time.
Working full time. I've been working full time for kind of actually was kind of part time plus studying through just before COVID, and then through COVID gradually went from being like casual work to full time, and then pretty much the last 2 to 3 years full time, 5 days a week, 40 hours or whatever it is. Yeah. Managing that with everything else that goes on in life and having to sacrifice some things and having a dog.
How good is sacrifice? I love it.
Oh, it's amazing. And I guess life just being mega expensive at the moment.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Inflation's insane.
We are just all learning plenty of lessons. And I guess ever since...
Not that you learn lessons from everything, of course.
No, but I guess ever since the lockdowns, everyone wants to do everything. So on top of everything being expensive, you've also got to be adventurous and want to do as many things as possible, because you don't want to just stick around at home like we were for a couple of years. So just moving through a lot of that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, fair.
What about you?
Look, I would say a lot of the same. Grown up a lot. I think I've really evolved from, I guess, my teenage years to my young adult years. I think the way I approach everything's a lot different. I think, when you're a teenager, you get a lot of anxiety about yourself and you're so worried about everything else. But I think I've become a lot more
confident in yourself.
And I enjoy my space, I enjoy my own company, whereas when you're a teenager you kind of just sit there and you're belittling yourself all the time. But I've really learned to, I guess, appreciate myself and the things around me, and I think that's been really good. Obviously I've been grinding really hard. Wish I got to do more with some of my prime years through Rona, but rather than sit there and just do on it, it's about doing what I can now to roll out of there. You look like you've got a quote ready to go.
No, I was listening, but I'm still scrolling through.
Fair. What about, is there something...
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, this relates. Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
Relates? This is basically, we're just talking about the whole podcast here, let's be honest.
Alright, keep going.
Yes, what about, is there something about the world that fascinates you?
In terms of...
Anything. Is there something that makes you think deeply?
Nah.
Zoe, would you like to come be a guest?
No.
Okay, she would like to speak again.
The pyramids.
The pyramids?
Yeah.
See, I don't really care about all that stuff.
No, they really confuse me.
If I don't have some cake soon, I might die. I don't know. I don't really think about all that crap. Like, what's the trend that everyone does at the moment? The asking about the Roman Empire.
Oh yes. Like, what is your Roman Empire?
Well,
is your Roman Empire like that monkey that like?
Yeah. I'm just What? Tell us what you think about. Or what you...
Into the mind. I really sometimes take a step back and I realise that everyone around you, especially when you're the city line, there's a lot of people. Sometimes you're so, I guess, in with yourself, so engulfed in yourself, you don't realise that everyone around you has the same complexities, their life, everything's going on around it. It's so insane to me to think that every single person has their own intricate deep story, and they've had all these events and stuff that happened that's led them to where they are, and then they're just walking past on a road.
It really shows how meaningless we all are. I've seen a video, I don't know, I think it's from a show, but it was it starts with you and then it just zooms out.
Yeah.
And it was something about if you miss, what happens if I don't go to work today or something.
Yeah, literally.
And it was so it really does not matter.
I know, but
in
sometimes...
the grand scheme of everything.
And that's what I realise about so much. In the moment, I worry about so much, but then once you're past, you're why did I even worry about that? Do you do that too sometimes?
What's the quote that I really liked, just in terms of talent? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard enough.
Yes.
So I remember, I think it come from NBA, someone said it back, but I just remember Scotty Pendlebury saying it as his quote that he lived by, many years ago. and it was just something that I always kept with me a bit.
Well, looks like obviously we talk a little bit about NFL on this podcast.
Mm.
Have you ever heard of the Lombardi Trophy? Vince Lombardi, he was a famous coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's the coach, or is it the premiership trophy?
Yeah, it's also called the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah.
But he was a Pittsburgh Steelers coach. Yeah, Vince Lombardi, and he once said that only in the dictionary does hard work, or does success come up before hard work, or something along those lines. And that makes no sense the way I said it, but he said something along that line, and it really sits deep with me. So I get that.
Fool me once, strike one. Fool me twice, strike three. Michael Scott. Can we get this, the angle zooming in on our faces, like we're the Office characters? And
Yeah, you're going to be saying it. I'm just going to be sitting here like.
do you
what
watch?
is he on about?
You've watched it?
I've watched it multiple times. It's my favourite show of all time. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The camera cuts. We don't have the budget for that. I can't lie. If anyone
Jim's reactions to
yeah, when he's just like
gold. Yeah.
If anyone who worked the cameras at the office wants to come film this podcast for us, our emails are open. I thought we'd play another little game because I know how much you love your little games. It's just a nice little rapid fire game, I just want you. I'm going to ask you some questions. I got a lot of questions here, to be fair, and I want you to just fire at me. Don't think. Just tell me. Instinct reaction. You know what I mean? All right, you ready for this? One word to describe your childhood.
Awesome.
Sweet. The place you feel most at peace.
With my Pendles, my dog.
Okay, yep. A book that has changed your life.
I don't think a book's really changed my life.
Okay, that's your answer then. Your biggest fear.
I've read some books, but
I know you
I
have.
haven't changed my life.
But this is rapid fire.
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
Your biggest fear. You're really not good at the whole.
I don't know if I really have a big fear. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be deep. You can be spiders, mate. That's fine.
Being trapped in a room with birds.
Fair.
Flying around.
Fair. One thing on your bucket list.
Italy.
Italy. Person you admire the most.
And when I say Italy, on one of those gondola things.
Gondolas in Venice.
Yeah, and I played Assassin's Creed as a child, and I've always wanted to go to Italy for that reason, because I've climbed a lot of things in Italy, and I want to seize those things.
If you ever see Spider-Man in Italy, it's actually just
The
loose.
Colosseum.
The Colosseum.
I've climbed the Colosseum.
That's in Rome.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is in Italy, isn't it?
Yes, but Venice and Rome.
Yeah, no, but it's Italy still.
Yeah, yes, it is. Person you admire the most.
Is it a famous person or anyone?
Anyone. It's just rapid fire, mate. Whatever comes to your head.
I'll just say Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah.
The way he's gone about his career.
Fair. If you could time travel, where and when would you go?
I'm probably not the best person to play this game because I can't think of things on the spot.
That's kind of funny.
Time travel. I don't know. Next.
Morning routine essential.
To eat something as early as possible.
Fair. One life lesson you swear by.
Survive.
Survive. The last thing that made you laugh out loud.
That. Reading Office quotes.
Yes.
Watching The Office.
A hobby you've always wanted to pick up.
Who's watched the dinner party episode? Because that is the funniest episode ever. I was reading comments on YouTube and people saying that is the greatest comedy episode in history of comedy television. That the dinner party episode with.
Are you talking about the Dundies?
No. When they go to Jan and Michael's.
Oh, and it's really awkward and he has a little TV and stuff.
The plasma screen.
Yeah.
That is. I laughed for 5 minutes straight for that whole episode.
A hobby you've always wanted to pick up.
I feel like I'm pretty good with all my hobbies at the moment.
You've never been I wouldn't mind being able to play the guitar.
No.
Okay, fair.
I'm doing everything I want to at the moment. I'd probably just like to. I've done it pretty well this year in terms of wanting to read.
Yeah.
But I'd probably like to put a bit more time into it still. Yeah.
Most used emoji. Trying to expose you, yeah?
Black and white love hearts.
Oh, wonder why. Pies Nation.
And a premiership cup.
If your life was a movie genre, what would it be?
I'd like it to be thriller.
Horror.
I don't know, sci-fi.
Your go-to comfort food?
Chocolate, dairy milk, plain chocolate. I could eat a whole block right now. No, don't. I don't have any here, I don't think.
Wait for the reel, we're bringing it out.
But if I'm watching anything,
Yeah.
and I always get a craving for just plain milk chocolate, and I get a block of that, and I could eat it easily.
Fair.
And then you mix it with some chips. Yeah.
I like it.
You go between chips and chocolate, and that's why I love mixing Maltesers into popcorn.
Have you ever just gotten 2 chips, put a block of chocolate in between them?
No. But you kind of have some chocolate, and then you have some chips, and then you have some chocolate, and you have some.
I don't eat chocolate, so
That sucks.
so I can't really live your fantasy at the moment.
What was that question again? You go comfort food.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Probably carbonara.
Yeah. But what about like a snack? Like
I'm
you're not going to go whip up a carbonara while you're watching a show or something if you've already had dinner. Like
Popcorn. I would say popcorn.
that's like when you go to the movies.
Yeah.
Like you know that you're full. You've had dinner already. You just get a popcorn.
Have you seen
I can just keep eating that popcorn. I'm full as anything, but it just it's like addictive.
They have the Cobb's bags. I don't know if you've seen those sort of popcorn. They have them like Woolies and stuff. Yeah. Elite. A city you dream of living in.
Well, yeah, probably Venice. I have never thought about living
Anywhere but.
I want to travel.
Yeah.
But I don't know about living.
Fair.
I can't leave Melbourne because of COVID.
Fair.
Unfortunately, my life is stuck here.
Yeah.
Thanks to those.
Black and white. Boys.
Love them.
Song that gets you dancing every time.
Flowers by Miley Cyrus. If I had some time to think,
Yeah.
I'd have some good ones.
Fair. Best gift you've ever received.
Pendles, my dog.
Fair.
Yeah.
A subject you wish you knew more about.
What's yours? Well, I think it's a subject.
I think money, but in terms of accounting, investing, banking, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'd just like to be a bit brain smarter. So something that would help me get a smarter,
Just be a bit stupid.
smarter, high-paying job that I didn't have to work hard to be good at. I was just smart that I just could do it. And
Yeah, fair.
That'd be.
Fair. If you had to revisit one of your years of life, what age would you revisit and why?
2018 was a good year.
Yeah.
For a few different reasons, I really enjoyed 2018.
Pretty sure that's when you met me.
Yeah, we had a good footy year.
Yeah.
Collingwood did well. It was a good year that year. I'm thinking back to childhood. I loved, what year in school did I love? A few of the primary school years, year 4 to year 6. So what years would they have been?
That would have been 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, something like
Oh, is
that.
it? Do you have prep in New South?
Kindergarten.
So you go straight. We have kindergarten in Victoria too, but do you have
So I was
prep?
12 in year 6. So
Okay.
at 12 in year 6, 2010 was year 6.
Alright.
08 to 10 were pretty good years. Even first few years of high school, I really enjoyed. So 08 to 12-ish, 13-ish would have been good. Yeah.
If you could have any job for a week, what would it be?
To probably be an AFL player.
Fair. I would say for a week, I'd probably go something like a basketball player or something like that, just so I can rake in more money for
Probably,
it.
a bit more exciting.
Just for the week, just get a bit more cash in,
Being really good at something that really pays well.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about before.
Basketball. Yeah. Actually, that'd be my. If I knew something, what was the question? Subject.
Yeah, studious. You want to be more. Yeah.
Be
Okay,
more better at sport.
Yeah. I want to do good at sport. A dream destination for relaxation.
Like a place in the world.
Just, anywhere you can think of. It could be your bed.
Like what's
If you want to lay in a gondola in Venice, be my guest.
Yeah, Mykonos.
Mykonos, Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems really relaxing.
Fair. Your spirit animal. Maybe a wolf.
A wolf or a tiger.
Something you're proud of this year.
Surviving. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, every day's a blessing.
Yeah, just keeping on going. That's
Yes.
what I'm proud of.
And what about one goal for the next decade for yourself?
I don't know. What's yours?
I wouldn't mind having a few.
Have some kids, family,
Travel.
travel. Kind of be set up.
Producer's always really staring at me at the moment. I think this answer means a lot.
I was cracking mine apples.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so by 35 you want to be kind of set up a bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because we're the same age, yeah? Or you're
Yes, no, we're the same. I think you're a little bit older than me, but we're roughly the same age. Because I was also 2010, grade 6, so works out pretty well. What about if you could write a letter to your younger self? What's some things you would say?
I'd give about 10 legs at least in a multi that were all really high paying.
Have you ever seen
that were gonna happen?
Have you ever seen Back to the Future? I think it's the second one.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, when he goes to the future and he ends up getting like the sports almanac and then falls in the other. Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah, so that would. No, I don't know. In terms of a real thing. What about you?
I'll probably tell myself not to sweat the small stuff so much.
Yeah, just keep.
Just enjoy what's around you. You know, you have lots of good things around you. I don't think, don't worry about everything.
There's a lot of times in life where you're stressing like the world's going to end, but it
doesn't. No.
Like it's just a small part of it. So
exactly. All right. Well, do you want to end this off with a lovely office quote?
I'm running away from my responsibilities and it feels good.
Yeah.
I stopped caring a long time ago. Some of these are a bit like serious.
See, Bears, Beets, Battlestar, Galactica. I said that before.
I understand nothing. For my New Year's resolution, I gave up drinking during the week. That's actually not a bad one.
Yes, that is a good
this
one.
was a good. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them.
You know, I said we were going to end it here, but like, do you feel that very closely?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always you always look back and go.
Oh, they were great.
Yeah.
And sometimes you find yourself trying to not relive it, but get to that same
You know
point.
the Macklemore, I think Skylar Grey, or Good Old Days song?
Yeah. This could be the good old days.
Skylar Grey?
I don't know who it is, but yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Kesha?
I don't know. Keisha.
Kesha. How do you say it?
Kesha.
I think it's Kesha.
Keisha.
The good, that's a song where you go, yeah, like the good old days. Yeah, how it goes, but.
Alright, well, let's wrap it up here. Do you have any bit of advice to mentor or demotivate people before we go?
Get to the gym, eat well, enjoy life.
Yeah. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't stress about your job, because it's just your job.
Yeah, enjoy life.
Yeah.
Alright. Have a good day, night, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and we'll see you next time.